Hello to everyone. In this video, I'm gonna share as maximum as possible information about Turkmenistan. I have been here in 2015 and now in 2026 I am here again. So I do believe that I have some important information that might help you on your trip. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. Because it will be one short video, I cannot edit it. I have my list of important topics that I want to cover in this video. First, before the trip. Now, in 2026, if you like to come to Turkmenistan, you need to contact a local tourist agency. You can't do it without agency. When I was here in 2015, I did it with a transit visa for 5 days, cross the country just like that without anyone. But this option now, it's not possible at all. The only option now is to contact a local agency and they can organize everything for you. The prices, of course, varies from $1,000 per person to $2,000 per person. I'm gonna link in the description the company that I used and the price that we paid at the moment. Altogether, everything is around $1,000, dollars per person. From this $1,000, $200 is the invitation letter that you need to show on the border if you want to visit the country. And the rest, $330 per person, was the fee of the company. And then we paid on the border $450 taxes. This is the most expensive country from all the countries in Central Asia. But this is the only way to see it right now. Does it really worth to pay all of this money? I don't know, guys. These are a lot of money for me. But honestly, without Turkmenistan, the only option that you will have now is to go around Kazakhstan to make a big loop around Turkmenistan, I will say around 3,000 kilometers, and enter Uzbekistan from the level of Samarkand, which means that you're gonna miss Khiva, you're gonna miss Bukhara and many more interesting places. Or if you want to see them, you have to backtrack. That's why I do believe that it is worth it. Even though it's a lot of money, you will have a completely different experience. So let me share the experience that I have right at the moment, and maybe it will help you to take this heavy decision. So once again, $200 for invitation letter, $330 per person for the company that will guide you to the country, and another $450 for taxes at the border. From this $450, I believe that $275, this was the fee that you have to pay for every kilometer you're riding in the country, because the petrol here is very cheap. The petrol here, it's actually 15 cents per liter. And because of that, they will charge you for every kilometer an additional 20 cents per liter. The total mileage that we have in Turkmenistan is 1,400 kilometers. And this makes like $275, something like that. And there will be also $30 for insurance on the border. There will be $75 for visa and another fee, altogether $450 per person. So this is the biggest punch that you can receive in this country. Right from the border, bam, $450. Before you even come another $550. Altogether, I said $1,000. Expensive country. But once you're in, everything is very cheap. The petrol, as I told you, is 15 cents per liter. When me and Plumman fill our tanks at the gas stations, we usually pay $1.50. That's everything we pay. The food is very cheap. Everything is very cheap. In this price that you pay for the company, $330 per person, this price includes all of our hotels, and the hotels that we have, like this one at the moment, I'll say they are like at least 4 stars. Very nice hotels, wonderful accommodation. On all of our trips, I have never been to such a wonderful and luxury hotels. Anyway, this is before the trip. I told you already about the border. You have to keep in mind that crossing the border in Turkmenistan now is possible only from Kazakhstan, because Azerbaijan I don't know, maybe they open it, maybe not, but it was still closed until we came here. So you can have a visa for Azerbaijan, you can fly with the plane in Azerbaijan, no problem whatsoever, but all land borders were closed. And you cannot use option from Baku to Turkmenbashi by ferry because the land borders were closed. That's why we decided to go from Kazakhstan south to Turkmenistan. And you always need to keep in mind that this border is very slow. It's not like the normal borders that you used to cross. It took us exactly 4 hours to cross it, but if you're not lucky, or if you don't understand the language, or if you don't have anyone to help you, it might take even more. Luckily, when you sign with one of the companies that I told you, or the one that I'm going to list you here, they will meet you in the immigration and they will help you with everything. And even with them, will be at least 4 hours before you cross the border. After you cross the border, you have to have in mind that there is no petrol, water, or food very close to the border, or place to change money. There is nothing like this. The nearest place after the border where you can fill your petrol tank and your guides will help you and they will pay even for your petrol, it's 40 kilometers away. They will buy you also water over there, but no food at all. The first possible food will be in Turkmenbashi, which is 200 kilometers away from the border. The border name was Timur Baba. This is what I remember. So you have to be ready for at least another 3 hours, maybe more, riding on very bad road. When I say very bad road, believe me, I have seen a lot of roads. This is an old, probably Soviet Union asphalt road, which is destroyed as a hell from the trucks. It has very big potholes, and it honestly takes a lot of efforts to try to avoid all of these potholes and finally reach Turkmenbashi. Once you reach Turkmenbashi, the rest is easy. The road from Turkmenbashi to Ashgabat, it's a highway, perfect highway, no problems whatsoever. But until Turkmenbashi, you have to be a little bit more strict. And yeah, you have to have a lot of punches before you get there, and it will be without any food. So keep in mind that if you come from Kazakhstan, the last 200 kilometers before the border, you cannot find accommodation. So you have to sleep on the last big town before the border, which means that early morning when you wake up, you have to ride, let's say, 2 hours to the border. You'll be, if you have a breakfast in the hotel, then you have two hours to the border, maybe a little bit more, 4 hours at the border, and another 3-4 hours until you get to Turkmenbashi. This is all together, maybe all day without any food. Make sure that you have something with you, at least water. All right, now money, important part. The official rate in Turkmenistan is you can exchange $1 for 3.50 Turkmenian manat. But this is the official rate. Unofficial, or the black market rate, is 19.3, which means that 5.5 times more. So if you go like a tourist to a local bank or hotel to change your money for $100, they're gonna give you 350 manats. If you change it with your guides or ask them to change your money, or if you try to change it on the black market, even on the streets, you're gonna get 19.3 manat for $1. In first case, for $100, you're gonna have $350. In the second case, for $100, you're gonna have $1,930. The price and the difference is huge. Believe me, it's a big deal, and you can easily find yourself in very uncomfortable position. Many people change money before they come, and they change it on the government rate, which is terrible. Now, next one, heat. Be ready for the heat. Now at the moment we're in Ashgabat, and the temperature outside is 40 degrees. But it is not that bad. Last time when I was coming here, outside was about 45, 46 degrees on the way to Ashgabat. So be ready with a proper gear and proper mindset for this heat, because it's not something that you can overcome just like that. It's difficult, it's hard. Next one, miles per day. Your guides will plan your trip, because basically before you come, they need to send all the information that you provide to immigration, which means that before the trip, you have to tell them what exactly you want to see in the country, and they will make a specific routes that will show to the immigrations, and they will approve it. And these routes are usually between 250 and maximum 400 kilometers per day. But in these conditions, this might be a lot because, as I told you, it's very hot, and the road from Turkmenbashi to Ashgabat is good, but the rest of the roads are terrible, in terrible condition, and you don't know really what you're gonna face. That's why you have to be very careful when you're planning the routes and miles per day. Next one, general plan. As I told you, you have to have some kind of idea what you want to see in the country. In my opinion, the most important things that you want to see in the country are Ashgabat and Darvaza gas crater. These are the most important points that you just cannot skip. There, at the moment, I'm in Ashgabat, and even though I have seen it in 2015, what I saw so far was like, wow, what a change. And keep in mind that now in 2026, you cannot go with your motorcycle in Ashgabat. It's completely forbidden. So we parked in the hotel, and from here, our guides will take us and will drive us to the city because you cannot see it alone. It's impossible. There are many different rules that are very strict right now. And when I talk about general plan, you cannot avoid your general plan. You have your guides that will follow you, that will show you everything. They will help you with the accommodation in every hotel. They will keep your passports. They will do all the registrations, all the necessary things. But they have to know all the time where you are at the moment, because the immigration always call them and ask them, where are you at the moment? Why you're not in the hotel? If you go somewhere, you have to be with them. You cannot be just like a free electron, decided that the guides might stay in the hotel, I can go here and there. No, it is not possible. Be strict, because the country now is very strict on this. So general plan is something that is approved and you have to stick with it. Now, Ashgabat rules, I already told you. Fantastic city, I cannot even explain it what it is. I have never seen something like Ashgabat. Even only the surroundings that I saw before I come to the hotel were beyond my mind. I cannot even imagine what will be in the center, even though I have seen it before. Now, immigration checks, I already told you, they are very strict about it. You cannot just, you just cannot risk. Everything needs to be exactly as it is. Now, most important question, does it worth to spend $1,000 to see just one country? I don't know what to say, guys. It's a lot of money for me, but you can earn money, but you cannot earn this type of experience, because this is the only country in the world that is with very different rules, and everything is very different. Everything is, in my opinion, even though it's a lot of money, yes, absolutely, it's worth it. And the company's fee is $330 per person. It's like nothing compared to the government taxes and all of this money that are taken at the border and all of that stuff. So if I have the chance to do it again, man, I will do it. Even though it's expensive, I'll do it. So if you have this chance, don't skip Turkmenistan, because if you need to go around Kazakhstan is one of the most boring countries that I have ever ridden. Flat roads, nothing around, and very strong side wind. It's maybe one of the worst countries that you can ride a motorcycle. I have been here, this is my second time, and I don't think I'm gonna change my opinion anytime soon. So if you have to be, if you're forced to ride 3,000 kilometers around Kazakhstan to avoid Turkmenistan, I think at the end of these 5 days or whatever it takes you, you will regret that you did not pay $1,000 to see this country. At the end, it is just money. You can always earn money, but you cannot earn this type of experience. Anyway, my adventure here is just starting, and I have so many different impressions, and all of that stuff is just beyond my imagination. I managed to find the person that hosted me 11 years ago in one of the local villages, and tonight after 1 hour, I'm gonna meet him again 11 years later. I look forward to see this person. Then I'm gonna see another one person that hosted me for free in Dashogus, another town here in Turkmenistan. Man, I do not regret at all for the money that I have paid, even though they are a lot to me, but for many of you, this $1,000 are not that bad. Anyway, I hope that this advice will help you. In my online course that I will link in the description down below, I have many different advices in many different specific situations that you can face in your long motorcycle trip. If you have idea to travel, I will highly recommend go and check it out. Yes, it will cost you money, but for about 6 hours you will learn so much that you cannot learn for many years. It took me actually 15 years to learn it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. Press like or dislike, whatever it deserves, and see you in the next one. Ciao.